What are the challenges we face when we go for a series of races outside Europe in terms of car management and spare parts management?
For sure, it's a very different challenge from what we normally have to face in the European races. The major difference is that you don't have the chance to come back, to send back everything after the race to Maranello to do a sort of reset of the situation. So you have to be very cautious on the problem, very precise on the list of the things that you have to manage, what is needed to be sent back in the factory to be updated or fixed, and what instead can be left outside and be managed once you are back on the track in the following race. So it's quite complicated, need a very good organization and need to be on top of every single issue.
In terms of schedule, what happens once a race is over outside Europe?
Well, the major thing that normally we have to do every evening after the race, and we keep on doing especially in the overseas races, is to strip the car and give an initial check to all the pieces. So this is fundamental to see if any problem has came out during the race, maybe not spotted with the data or something unexpected, and also to prepare to strip the parts that need to be sent to the factory to be updated or to be fixed. Then a part of the material is shipped back to Maranello and the rest of the material goes to the following race. And there we complete the rebuild of the car, finishing up what we started at the end of the previous race, completing with the parts arriving from Maranello and satisfying the new spec that normally is required for the new race.
And in terms of garage, what are the differences between an European race and an extra-European race?
Well, again, an extra European race is a bit more challenging as a situation because unfortunately, as you can imagine, we cannot have the support of the trucks that normally we bring in every race. So it's a difficult challenge to find enough room inside the garage, not only for all the parts of the car, but also for the workshop and for the offices that normally we have on the trucks. So you need to sort it out to manage it properly, a sort of job from an architecture point of view.
In Monza, Ferrari, it has been said that Alonso won thanks to the pit stop. Then in Singapore, the pit stop guys were back in the shadow. Can you tell us what happened there?
Well, in reality, from my point of view, in Singapore they were even better than in Monza, because in Monza we pitted from the second place and we did a good pit stop that helped Fernando to move in first position. In Singapore we were first and we knew that we could have lost the position not doing the proper job, so the guys were good enough to keep the pressure under control, to do a very good pit stop, because at the end we did a 3.6, so just a couple of tenths slower than what we did in Monza. We were managing to be quicker of Red Bull, that was challenging us in the pit stop because they felt there was the easier way for them to overtake us, and we managed to keep the position, so they did a very good job.
And what about the pit stop of Felipe?
On Felipe also the pit stop was good, not as good as the Fernando one. We had a small technical issue, but nothing major, and was again quite difficult because pitting at the first lap is always a bit complicated because all the crew is on the track to prepare for the race start of the cars, so they have to rush back and be ready. Was more or less the same thing that we did in Monaco, a bit easier because the Singapore track is longer, so a bit more time to be set down. Was okay.
Let's talk about Suzuka. What are the challenges of this circuit from a technical point of view?
Suzuka is a historical circuit, is a very difficult circuit. It's a circuit that for sure is much more different from Monza and Singapore because it's a circuit with a lot of high-speed corner. It's a circuit that is challenging also for the driver, and normally the driver really enjoy it. For our car, we'll have to see how we will manage. For sure, on the paper is not the best track for us, but there are a lot of things that are coming and a lot of push to update the car. So, car was okay in Monza, was very good also in Singapore. Very different races as Suzuka, so we are quite confident that we'll be okay also there.
So we can say we can be competitive.
We can be, we have to, we must be competitive.
After 2 consecutive wins in Monza and Singapore, what is the feeling within the team?
The feeling is very positive. There is a lot of energy inside the team, a lot of will to be again winning in the following races, to show everyone that Ferrari is a reference and that we can win the championship. There is a lot of commitment from everyone, and I think with this sort of energy we can do very well.